in which we listen to jazz music and wait for the return of Mitchell. Allow me to crank it up ever so slightly. Who's going to chime in with the radio host voice?
And we're live! Thanks for joining us over here at Weave the Tale. We are going to be playing some Necrobiotic tonight with Mitchell at the helm. I'm James. I'll be playing Arnold the Architect. Let's shoot it on over to Shane, because he's the only other name I know.
I'm Shane. I'm at Fatmagicrpg on Twitter. I'll be playing a character who I have not named yet, so they are going to be Rita Bone. And they are going to be a techno something probably. Heck, let's look at it right now. They're a techno fant. Boom. Right. Amber, what's your fully developed character that you've spent hours working on?
Oh no, muted. The mute tally goes up by 1. I count. Oh no.
Oh no.
It's cursed. Mitchell is the avatar, and his disappearance is spelled a bad omen. While we wait, we go.
Hey, what's up? Hey, it's me, Whatiskiss, aka Nathan Kiss. You can find me on Twitter under Whatiskiss. My pronouns are he and they, and I'll be playing Kiki Socket, Technospiss, not a Techno Fist, but the other one. Let's make some let's make some machinery happen. I don't know.
Right.
Capricorn, Cancer Moon. I love long walks on the beach. I'm looking for a partner that's a non-smoker, social drinker, and I want them to like their men the way they like their coffee. Emotionally unavailable.
I'm gonna start pairing people up if we're making this a dating game.
I'm down with that.
I think Mitchell might be muted too. I don't know.
Oh, I'm here. What's
up? I don't
up?
really have a Twitter handle.
We're turning this into a dating sim. I hope you're happy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can make that happen. It's going to be awkward, but I'll make it happen. It's going to happen. Okay, it's happening.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward.
James, what's your character's name again?
I think I'm gonna go with Arnold.
Okay, and like beaches or mountains. What's your vacation?
What's my vacation? Definitely gonna have to go with the beach.
The beach? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm shipping. Okay, I'm shipping it with Shane a little bit. Okay.
Well, I can't do beaches like sand and salt water. They just my skin like
Do they get everywhere?
It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's not going well.
So a bunch of
I
little
don't know
hard
what
rock.
happened.
I am the Padme to your Amidala.
Oh.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yay! Oh
you're
my
back.
god, what the fuck? Okay, I don't know what happened, but it's okay. Hi, everybody.
Hi!
Okay. This is just the worst day because I don't know what happened. I'm usually far more put together than this. But hi, everybody. I'm Amber, also known as @Thespacejamber on Twitter. My pronouns are they and she. I also edited Necrobiotic, just for the record. Which is so wild to me that I'm playing this today. I am going to be playing. Makenzie the Machinist.
Whoa!
Or not
I'm
the machinist. Wow, Makenzie. Sorry, Makenzie
Oh,
the
well,
engineer.
if you want to be the machinist, let's do this.
I no, abso-freaking-lutely not, Mitch.
Also, today is about to be
Makenzie?
a good day.
Yes. It has been a fascinating day. So I'm playing Makenzie the engineer. She you know what? She does like long walks on the beach, but she also likes anchovies on her pizza. So if that's a no-go, I'm sorry.
All right. Did everyone else give their introductions and such? Is it just me that's left?
I think so.
All right. Yeah. Well, hi. I'm Mitch. I'm back. We're gonna yeah, we're gonna make this interesting and fun. We're gonna shift tone though, and I need to remember that. This has been an issue at every convention, where I have to run. Well, I get to run Chew or Necrobiotic, but the tonal shift is like whiplash, by several degrees. But we're going to throw some lightheartedness in this too. But for those watching, I am Mitchell, Mitchsbustillos. You can find me at Twitter, head writer for Chew, creator of Necrobiotic. All these things coming up. It's going to be so fun. But yeah, we're going to hop right into it. For dating. Necrobiotic is a world where the population and births have dropped such in a way that humanity is at the point of extinction. Set behind the walls of Florence, they only survive because they figured out a way using technology and science to reanimate the dead and program them to perform manual labor, such as taking care of your baby, farming, cleaning the streets, phone, coffee, all these sort of stuff. And so one of the special programs they have in order to encourage the process of building back up humanity is speed dating. It doesn't happen often because everyone is such in melancholy that it's kind of hard to day in and day out looking at dead people move about and stuff to be like, hey, let's get some romance in there. But a few architects are trying their hardest, backed by the funds of the Citadel of Science under the rules of the Scientific Kiss Codex. So here on our lovely rooftop, there's sand filling half of this rooftop. There is a lovely floral scent as a construct being a human with tanned flesh, which has then been stretched across its skeletal-like figure, and it has a boiler attached to its back. But this is a romantic and nice construct, as it's holding flowers and just moving about in a very whimsical way as it has been programmed. Everyone is seated at these circular tables with white cloths, a glass of water in between the two chairs. And everyone is seated across someone who, according to the architects, stands a good chance of forming a relationship. Now, this isn't just relationships in the normative viewpoint of our time and day, because some people have children, but they also need other people to carry them. And really, you just want to foster a lovely and caring home for every child that comes into this depressing world. And so you're going to have people mixed with all sorts of people. And so is it Kiki Socket? How you doing?
That's me, Kiki Socket.
Yeah, you have
Doing
been
all right,
you have been seated across from Amber's character. So why don't you guys, what do you two look like? Did you dress up? Are you nervous?
Kiki is the type of person that goes for utility over everything, even fashion. That being said, they still keep themselves in somewhat socially acceptable. They don't necessarily stink or not take care of themselves, but they do often find themselves preoccupied with more pressing things besides just the societal normalcies, wherever those are in this world. Just a nice vest. Probably got some tools or some writing utensils and other simple things like that on their person.
Yes, as an engineer, Makenzie is not. She knows the ins and outs of society here. She is in with the government. She knows exactly how to make a political move. And so, she knows that in such a high profile situation as this, you got to look your best, because it could make or break the next contract that you have to create a construct or to make, develop something new for the government. So she is dressed in like a very smart pencil skirt kind of combo, but 2020, 21 something or whatever. It's like 180 years from now, from what I remember. That version of fashion. Hair in a tight bun, like almost like pulling the temples up, extreme tight bun. That just tells you how it's just like the tension of the bun and the tension of her outfit and demeanor just tells you exactly how tightly wound she is on the inside. She's here really through necessity and trying to save face rather than, make another misstep.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Kiki. Extend that arm out to shake your hand.
Makenzie does the same. It's very tight, very firm, cold. Like the time, like everything she spends time touching. Makenzie, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. Well, let's just get down to brass tacks. I have a couple of outline here of a 5-year plan. Some of the things I'm open to, not open to. As you can see there on track 3, that is the option in case you are looking to create a family unit. If you look on track 4 and 5, that's if you would like to either raise and or adopt some sort of canine, feline, optional if it is hypoallergenic.
Of course. Wow, this is far more detailed than I anticipated. Yeah, I'm impressed. Well, let me do this, Kiki. I wasn't expecting to meet a kindred spirit so soon, but I will have my lawyers look over this, and we will get back to you within 7 to 10 business years.
Wonderful. Just one quick thing. I just want to make note. You were impressed. Going to make that note right here.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful.
You may underline it twice.
I'm just going to highlight it once with a nice goldenrod.
Very.
Well, this has been a wonderful date, Makenzie. I'll see you in those expected business days.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, an architect kind of comes up and with this smile, excuse me, this the dating has just begun. How are you two doing tonight?
Oh, we were just wrapping up, in fact. I think we made quite a connection.
Oh, no. It's a whole night of looking at each other, exchanging pleasantry. So I know you probably want to go, but it's very important for you guys to make a connection here and now. So
I don't
why
make
don't we get you
unnecessary
some
contact.
water?
Oh, oh
Well,
my goodness, we're drinking.
this
here.
is all very necessary. You want the other person to find pleasure in your company, and likewise for the other individual. If pleasure can be forlonged and expanded upon, grow in a way, then yeah, it will bear fruit. So let me get some wine, and yeah, why don't you guys continue to mingle? And you guys can hear this, Arnold and Techno something probably. For your table is like right adjacent to them. So what do you guys look like? You guys have been paired with each other on opposite ends.
Rita Bones is like a large woman. Like I would say she's 6'4". She's wearing this like enormous power armor. It has these like nodes on it, these like blue glowing nodes, and it's kind of like humming quietly, like as she sits down. Like it's almost like she's wearing like a reactor, that's like constantly working. And there's little bits of steam coming off her. She's got like a close cropped, like blonde haircut, like very, very, very tight. She's got a scar kind of down one side of her face, and she's got just this enormous sword that has like it's got like a pneumatic tube coming out of it that's connected into the armor, and it's just like leaning awkwardly against the table.
Arnold could not be more opposite. He is a very slight man. So he's maybe like 5'4", kind of skin and bones, very like elbows and knees, kind of gangly, but very, very kind of mousy, I guess would be a good word for him. He has glasses that kind of sit perched on his hawk-like nose, and he is very... every article of clothing is starched and pressed to like within an inch of its life. The white shirt, the khaki pants, like he is very well put together. He, his hair is kind of like slicked over to the side a little bit too much, very kind of stereotypical. Like you would expect there to be a pocket protector, but he has left it at home.
So, you got siblings?
No, it's just me, me and mother.
I got 8 brothers.
Whoa. 8 brothers and you?
8 brothers and me. Yeah. It gets kind of wild in that house. Yeah, the whole sock situation is well, we don't talk about it outside the house.
Yeah. He's just like wide-eyed and is literally staring up at her. Kind of you're very tall. Is your whole family as big as you?
No, they're much smaller than me. Like most of my brothers only about 6'2", 6'3". And
okay.
To be honest, I'm getting an extra inch or 2 off the armor right now.
Oh, that's fair. I have a pair of shoes with kind of a heel that do this the same for me.
And speaking of extra inches, they bring a very long cut of bread for each of the tables, and bows and just kind of wanders off.
Oh,
what's
wow.
the deal?
Here.
Are we just doing bread, or are we eating, or how do you eat food in speed date?
I mean, I guess you kind of start with the little stuff, and then when if it goes real well, you move on to a real meal. Or Yeah, that's what they tell me. I've never done this
Wait,
before.
where do they bring your food? Like, if I order food now, does it go to the next person if we don't hit it off? Or does it come to the table?
That's a good question. You know, we should order something just to see, and for science.
All right, let's do some science. Can we get a
You
waiter
know,
over
we could
here?
order a couple of things that would take different amounts of time to come out. Like you could do an appetizer and then an entree and a dessert, and see like where they wind up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like a construct approaches, and you realize that the menu has been carved into the tanned flesh of his chest and stomach. There are kind of like bones protruding from the front, almost like levers. Most likely the rib cage has been splayed out, broken, and reshuffled about. That correspond to each menu item. The construct kind of gazes at you without eyes, motionless, as it waits for you to pull a lever for your order. One thing that is curious, though, is you four are the only ones here. In fact, there are only 2 tables here.
We're gonna be out of here before 8.
Must be new or not very popular. I don't know. My mother found this and sent me, and I didn't even sign up for this myself. She's trying to get me out of the house.
Oh, you still live with your mother?
Well, somebody's got to take care of her. She's getting on up in years, so I am a doctor.
Oh, okay.
It's just cheaper that way,
Yeah, sure. Well, that's great. I still live with 8 of my brothers, so I'm not one to speak.
Wow, that's either
it's
a really
great for
big
rent.
house or that's really cramped.
Makenzie, sorry, just cutting in real quick. Makenzie, why don't you give me in Necrobiotic, we're all going to draw up to our hand, which is 6 cards. So that's called your breath, your first breath. So you go, and you draw those 6 cards. And very much like spoons, it dictates what you can do and how much energy it will take to accomplish certain things within a given day. In order to gain a success, you're either looking at a suit success. So the action corresponds with the suit. So flesh is the social sphere. Steel is physical. Steam, mental. Gear is kind of organizational or special, depending on your Joker or archetype, as some people call for Necrobiotic. The other way you can gain a success is by getting a numeric 8 through a combination of cards. At your level or your XP, you can only do that if you're trained in it. So if you have that little black dot next to a skill, that means you get to play 2 cards. Normally you only get to play 1. So yeah, Makenzie, give me a firmness test. We'll say you're dealing with 2 consequences, each one with exhaustion 2 on it. So the more you can eliminate, the better you're going to feel after this. But it depends.
You're muted.
Oh no, did it happen again?
Okay, can you hear me now?
There we go. Yeah.
Yay!
Okay. All right. Okay, I should never touch the mute button on my microphone, apparently.
Never.
Okay, so, all right. So do I just draw the 2 cards from the top of my breath?
No, so you get to see your hand, your breath, your hand. That's something you get to see in fullness.
Okay.
So it's up to you. You can play your cards as you want. Just the only restrictions are you can only play 1 card unless you're trained in it.
Okay, all right. And then you said that this was a test in
Firmness
in flesh,
of
right?
social.
Firmness.
Yeah.
Okay. Oof. Well, I don't have any of those cards, so I don't have any hearts in my hand.
Oh no! All right, this is gonna crack. This is gonna break you. So
Yeah.
you're gonna discard 4 cards because you were
Okay.
not able to handle the consequences, both of them being to exhaustion. And what this is, looking at Kiki, a slight wind comes by and you smell Kiki. The scent isn't new though. It's very nostalgic. Warmth, as if kind of rubbing your nose against a comfort blanket. There's this almost flash, and there's something about Kiki. And you realize you have a tear coming down your left eye. But you can't really grasp why this emotion is welling up inside of you concerning Kiki.
I do apologize. That is absolutely not becoming of somebody of my station. Kiki, you smell delightful. Sorry, I'm sorry. That was very sorry.
quite
That was
forward.
very yes. But thank you, I suppose, is maybe the right word for this, but
You're welcome.
Sorry.
I guess for my scent. You do not need to apologize. Obviously, if you hear, and in fact, Kiki goes into their pocket, grabs a little hanky out, realizes it's covered in some grease, puts it back, and says, "Oh, clean ones are in here," and grabs a clean one out the opposite pocket. You can use this
Oh.
for your tears in your eyes. I
Th-
if I may speak plainly, your reaction seems to have upset you in some way, unless those are another set of tears.
I'm sorry. I'm just not used to showing emotion. It's of course somebody that's grown up in the space doesn't necessarily I'm sure you understand. Emotion is not becoming of somebody of Florence at this time. But or at least such extreme emotion as that. She gratefully takes the handkerchief and like delicately just like you know, enough to not mess anything up on her face. She's like, she hands it back and she's like, would you like me to have this laundered for you? Or, again, I apologize for the transgression.
Oh, no, that's quite all right. And in fact, since we're speeding up the entire process, you can see on row 2 through row 7, any form of open emotion that's shown is absolutely okay. I just want to reiterate, looking back at point 5, the lines before initiating that, and Kiki kind of leans in and just points at the sheet, kindly explaining, but not getting into well, actually territory.
Not quite like. Well, yeah, no, I totally understand. Yeah, Makenzie.
Did you guys touch?
Kind of. Makenzie accidentally brushes the back of, like, as she's grabbing the thing to like look line by line, because she'll never admit that she actually needs contacts. But it's hard to come back across those. But she's using her finger to read, and the back of her hand just bumps against Kiki's hand.
Kiki, give me a firmness play test. You're dealing with 2 consequences, each one with 2 exhaustion. And for those listening, the baby noises in the background are indeed kind of echoing. But it's hard to tell where it's coming from.
I got a 3 of
Let's-
hearts for firmness.
Ooh.
Ooh, all right, cool. So that's one success. So you can nullify one of the consequences, but the other one still kind of cracks into you. So discard 2 cards from your hand.
Okay.
And so what that is briefly, like, you don't even know if you saw it, but you see Makenzie in a white outfit, a veil over their head, gazing up at you with such great affection, and you've never seen anyone look at you this way. It's a very personable, very impactful stare that sees you and accepts you for who you are. And you feel it, and then it's gone, like snow in your hands. It's just gone, and now you're standing in front of you. You see Makenzie, but she's not looking at you with the same eyes. Sure, there might be interest in those eyes, but it's not the profound look that you saw in your head just now. And your hand starts to tremble a little bit.
That was amazing. I know this doesn't come into effect until line 3 through 12 and phase 2 to 7, but may I hold your hand for science?
For science, anything, for the progress of society, of course. And she, like, her hand is like, as she reaches out and grabs it, I suppose my lawyers will not be too upset about this. I mean, we haven't put ink to paper yet, so it feels wrong, almost,
Well,
to be holding
know what they
hands so
say.
soon.
we can always settle out somewhere else.
She, like, her fingers, like, curl around yours, and she's, like, almost like the skin, she's dealt with, like, tanned constructs and, like, the roughness of skin and grossness for so long that it's heart-wrenching almost to feel, like, actual living human contact like this. Like, oh, warmth. I didn't expect it to grab onto me like this, but Kiki, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And for the briefest moment, like this conversation, as lovely and beautiful as it is, you hear a scream from somewhere distant. But Arnold and Rita, how's your conversation going? Like, it's kind of awkward, you two staring at each other with such a moment happening next to you.
I'm gonna be real with you, Arnold. You're not usually my type. I feel like I could just powder your bones by looking at you, but I'm listening to these two over here signing contracts and smelling each other, and I gotta say, I feel like I lucked out tonight.
You know, something I don't know what it is, but you talk about, you know, turning my bones into powder, and I'm kind of into it.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. I've never met someone so physically impressive before. It's you know, it's definitely kind of doing something.
Yeah, and I tell you, look, technically the suit is government property, but when you get inside, it converts into this thing. It's great. It really just takes the whole activity to a whole new level.
Can I this might be a little strange, but do you want to bench press me?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do this. Yeah, and I feel like we kind of like we see the couple having like this beautiful moment, kind of like staring into their eyes, and in the background, like Rita is just like, ah!
Yeah, Arnold is trying to stay as like stiff and straight as possible.
Yeah,
in
wow,
more than one way, apparently.
Really good at that. You know, you got a good core.
Yeah, you know, core strength is really important if you want to work on back pain, you know? All of the studies have shown that, you know, if you want your back to stop hurting, you got to strengthen your abdomen, you know?
Yeah, my entire spine has been replaced by a computer, so I wouldn't know.
Oh my goodness. Does it, I mean, you can take that thing off, right?
The suit, the bits like the pauldrons and stuff, they come off. But there's parts of it that are kind of like, they're just me now at this point.
Huh. That's fascinating.
Yeah,
how long have you been in the suit? I feel like this conversation is happening while maybe they've moved to curls now, so he's just kind of like curled up, and she's doing dumbbell curls with him, so he's kind of gazing into her eyes as this is surprisingly soothing.
Yes, I'm coming towards the end of my training in the academy, so I guess it's been 5 years in the suit. It's not so bad. I mean, like there's benefits. You can run real fast, you jump real high. I do miss like touching stuff, and having a spine was kind of cool. But hey,
so you can't feel anything?
Not in so many words. A lot of stuff just doesn't fire right anymore. Sometimes you get like the wrong signals. Like you'll taste something and you'll hear it, or you'll smell something and you'll see colors. You get used to it though.
I may have an idea. And he takes a small notebook out of his pocket and starts like kind of furiously sketching and doing calculations and trying to I think it might just work. I think I might have a way to hack your system. And he gives her a big wink. If you want me to give it a shot.
Just to be clear, because in consent terms, what are we talking about here?
Oh, I don't know. Just you said that you can hear us, hear a smell, and maybe see a sound, and maybe I can force some feedback into the system, and
blast my GPU.
You could feel something again.
I'm down for that.
It would take extensive research.
Everyone make a... Ooh, what should this be? Everyone make a perception. So you just need one success for Steam.
Mitch, if I...
Excellent.
Because since I took 4 cards out of my hand before, do I need to grab another 4 from the main
No,
deck?
you don't get any more cards.
Oh. Great, well, I'm
So can it just
Be
be
sad,
any
but an
card
average
from the
person
suit?
might.
Yeah, if it's a suit, it doesn't matter what number it is. It's just a success. Just like Whatiskiss showed. It's perfect. And how
I
about
love
you,
these
Shane?
cards. They're so pretty.
Did you get a success, Rita?
Yeah.
And then we discard, yes.
Yep. Once you use it, it discards, and you don't draw anymore. You are, all four of you, you're in this apartment. This 4-story tall apartment. Large windows gaze out to the river running through Florence. The window's partly open so you can hear the kind of water sloshing about against ice outside just as the snow starts to fall. There's a little house, decrepit and abandoned, next to the water. There's a Christmas tree and presents for each of you. You're all in this sort of lounge wear. It's nice. It's a nice feeling that you three are in. Though, Makenzie, you see something else. 2 hands grasping shards of glass. You look down at your hands and it's riddled with cuts, deep and dark. But no one seems to respond to this, so maybe you're just seeing things.
She takes her hand and like looks around to see if anybody else sees big dark gashes in their hands, and it doesn't seem so. So in order to do anything to save face, and to not interrupt this beautiful moment, she kind of steels herself, rolls her shoulders back, sits straight up, aligns her spine directly the way she knows that one should, and then takes the handkerchief that Kiki gave her and wraps her hand in the handkerchief and tries to tuck it underneath the table surreptitiously. Well, this is Kiki. This is such a delightful, wonderful evening, and I'm just, my boss told me to come here. Says that I spend way too much time with the constructs and way too much time building and what have you, but it has just been wonderful and surprisingly pleasant to be around another person. Although I do believe that, and she pulls out of her bag her own contract. She goes, I do have it actually underlined here in column B, section 12, that I do not want to be bench pressed by a big lady, so I am so glad that does not seem to be your type.
Yeah. What are the odds?
Kiki, before you can respond, you were tackled. A small figure shifts and moves from behind furniture, looming closer, ever so closer. So why don't you give me a dexterity play in order to dodge? Crawling about on all fours, it approaches you. It wants
Sorry.
blood. Oh no, king. So, if you draw a king, you can't draw a king during your first breath. So you get to just put that back in the deck and draw another card. Otherwise, a king, if you draw it during play, will mess you up because it's a flaw.
Then I have nothing to play in that suit.
Excellent. You get tackled. Nails and hair. Warmth. And then giggling. Below you, kind of pressing against your chest, it's a small 11-year-old girl. Her arms are wrapped around you, smiling. And she looks around, gazing at the Christmas tree. Moms, Dad, when do I get to open my present? Gazing at Kiki, Makenzie, Arnold, and Rita.
We're the only ones here. Do you see this too, Makenzie?
Do I see this too?
Yeah, all four of you see it.
Oh, all four of us. Yes, she doesn't know how to respond to the sudden appearance of a child. It's probably been quite a time since she's seen a breathing child, and she's just, hello, good evening, where are your parents?
She like laughs and goes to hug you as well, Makenzie.
She does. Makenzie absolutely has no idea how to react to a child hugging her in this moment. She just had her first touch with a human person in many years, you know, let alone a child. So
everyone, you need to make a play of resistance. One consequence, 2 exhaustion.
Are we are our characters aware of that shift in location and place? Does that like sit in the front of our brains, or does that kind of go unnoticed by us?
It's kind of your perception, so maybe it's something you'd pick up on, but I think for some it follows in the back, and for others it's up front, but it's definitely dreamlike.
Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect. Kiki?
I have nothing in that suit.
All right.
Nothing.
For those who don't get it, discard 2 cards from your hand.
All right, I'm out of breath.
Oh no.
But she's hugging.
She's starting
Makenzie.
to turn blue.
With the hand that I haphazardly bandaged, I like pat awkwardly the girl's shoulders, just like, I love you too. Merry Christmas.
She smiles and kisses your hand before kind of racing over to the tree.
Hey, what is going? Does anyone else? We were at a speed dating thing, right? Am I crazy?
No,
I
I was wondering the same thing.
Did
Can
we
Rita
all
be
have a child
carrying
together?
Arnold?
Yes.
Just like
Under one arm.
because his
We
weight is
all
so
have a child
negligible.
together.
I feel like he's like perched on her like a spider monkey, like looking at the suit, kind of like. But yeah, Arnold will hop down and stand next to Rita. Yeah, no, I was wondering the same thing. Where are we?
Does this look familiar to any of us, Mitch? Like, is this somewhere that exists in any of our memories?
Yeah. You can give me a reasoning play to find out. Just one success.
Reason for the season. This is Steam.
Mm-hmm.
What does the Joker do?
Oh, Joker is always a success, no matter what.
Ooh.
Look at the little guy on his bicycle.
Excellent.
Look at that little guy.
You do remember. You do remember this place. Vaguely, you, in this almost muffled voice, as if someone was speaking to you underwater. You're seated among 4 people, you being one of the 4, so 3 others. Across the desk, there is someone else moving a sheet of paper over to you. It is a deed for the apartment. You see each of your names, Kiki, Rita, Arnold, Makenzie, on it.
Oh, okay. Was there alcohol served at the speed dating? Did you guys drink?
Only the water that
I
they
didn't have an
serve.
opportunity yet.
I don't
I just
remember.
I just had like this flash memory where we all were buying an apartment together. This apartment.
But we've just met, didn't we?
We did, but also this is our apartment, and then that I don't know if you guys caught it, but that kid called us dads and moms.
This is
I mean,
very
Rita,
strange.
don't you know this is our child? You don't remember her?
I don't remember. I've never met this child in my life. I don't know her. Child.
She looks at you. Yeah, Mama?
What's your name?
Is this some sort of game?
Yes, this is an excellent game. It's called Tell Me Your Name.
All right. Shane, what's her name?
Ursula.
Yeah, she says Ursula.
Ursula? What? Why would anyone name a kid Ursula? Okay, which one of you 3 did this? This is wild. She's going to be bullied for the rest of her life.
She rips open a present, and she's wearing this this very whimsical dolphin dress. Her hair doesn't look like it's ever been cut. Long and curly, with bits of flash of blue dyed in it. She rips open one of the boxes and pulls out a pair of goggles. And just puts it on. It's actually, the pair is old. Kiki, you recognize it as yours. Something you work with every now and then.
Kiki checks their person to see if they have their goggles before looking back up. And
You
coming to
have
the
it.
conclusion
It's
that
just... Yeah, your goggles, you're looking at your goggles in your person, and you feel it and you notice it. The one that Ursula is holding looks similar, albeit older, and there's a crack in one of the lenses.
this can't be real. Is there any exit or a doorway out?
Yeah.
Kiki charges towards that, not charge, but walks immediately towards that door with purpose.
All right.
Kiki, where are you going?
This isn't
Wait.
right.
We've built this beautiful life together with a child and a home. It's Christmas. Why would you leave us on Christmas?
Kiki looks at Makenzie and Ursula and Rita and Arnold. And then back over at Ursula.
Yeah, she's
He
like
says,
waving.
Hey Ursula, I have a very important, special, huge present for you. It's outside. I'll go get it. I'll be right back. You gotta stay here, okay?
She like looks down
hey,
a little bit. Starts shivering. You see a little bit of wetness roll down her cheek.
Rita,
Arnold
could
will
you help
go
me
over
lift
to
this
her.
huge?
Say again, Arnold?
Arnold will go over to Ursula, and he'll put an arm around her shoulders. It's okay. It's okay. He'll be right back. Why don't you show me what you got?
She's shivering and she says, I wish they came back.
Oh dear. You wish who came back?
Mom and Mom. And she buries herself in your.
Oh, come on, cheer
Kind
up.
of
It's
like around
Christmas. There's got to be some hot cocoa or something around here somewhere, right?
Everyone make a resistance roll. Two consequences.
I don't have any of those.
Because I ran out of breath, do I just keep on going under her spell?
No, you take 2 trauma and steal.
Mm.
For every consequence
That's
you
right.
can't deal with, it becomes a trauma.
That's right. I remember that now.
And you deal with it by either discarding it, discarding cards, or succeeding.
What do I do?
I'm not.
Since I don't have anything in that suit.
Oh, you take 2 trauma and steal.
Ew.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Arnold. You have do you have cards in your hand?
I have 3 cards left.
Okay, so all 3 of those are gone, but you don't take any trauma.
I was gonna use one of them to fix her hand. Damn.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I should have said it sooner. I'm sorry.
We could say you played it a little bit earlier. Did you want to use it to fix Mackenzie's hand, or?
Yeah, because I've got
Oh.
advanced medicine. I think that's the one. With this, go
Yeah.
remove the trauma in steel and steam.
Perfect.
And so I was going to use one of my my last remaining gear card to fix her hand.
Excellent.
Well, thank you.
Mackenzie.
Oh dear, let's get you patched up.
Thank you so much, Arnold. I really appreciate it.
Oh please, it's my
been an
pleasure.
awfully cold
It's
Christmas.
nice to help people. It's good to have a skill.
Mackenzie, go ahead. Firmness. But since you don't have any cards, you always have the option to just to draw from the top. Though that card
Okay.
is discarded.
Okay. Firmness, you say?
Hearts.
Well, nope, not a heart. So,
All right.
but I got cats on my deck. Does that count?
Yeah.
No.
You.
This should be
you
auto
answer-
success.
As you're being healed, you kind of look at your hand. It's on the ground on the street. There are shards of glass all along, and you see this pool of red just kind of surrounding you, like this great lake stretching out towards your hand. You see Arnold bending down and helping. Fear in his eyes.
Arnold, thank you so much for healing my hand, but is everything okay? Am I gonna be fine?
Yeah, no. Everything's gonna be great. Don't you worry. And he's like unwrapping and cleaning the wound, and he's got his little first aid kit that he carries with him all the time everywhere he goes. And he's getting her patched back up. He refuses to make eye contact. He's just focused on his task. Yeah, no, everything's gonna be just fine. Don't you worry. Don't you worry one bit.
Okay. I knew starting a family with you was the best idea we could have ever had. For the 5 of us.
Yeah. It takes a village, right?
Of course.
Does it? Or does it take like some weird collective delusion?
How could you say that about Ursula? You're the one that named her.
I don't remember anything before now.
I mean, do you really have to worry about before or even after now? Now is really all that is, and really all that matters. Isn't it?
I think Rita kind of sighs when she hears that, and she walks over to the Christmas tree. She looks at the presents there. Are all the presents for Ursula, or are they addressed to like Arnold and Kiki and Rita and Makenzie as well?
Yeah, there's presents for each one of you.
Is there one from Rita to Arnold?
Mm-hmm.
So she picks it up and she tries with all her might to like remember what's inside it.
Oh.
Go ahead and make a reasoning play.
Oh fuck! I have no cards.
Yeah.
You can always draw.
Get dunked on Shane.
I draw from the top. I just take one, is it?
Yeah, just one, unless you have a special ability that lets you do that.
Am I looking for a diamond?
For reasoning, no, that's mental, so clubs.
No, never mind.
Hoping for that diamond. Yeah, it's hard to remember, but you could just open it.
I give it to Arnold. I say, "Hey, Arnold, I got you this. Apparently."
You didn't have to get me a thing. Oh, I don't know if I got you anything.
I think you did.
Before he opens it, he'll go and see if there's one from Arnold to Rita.
There is.
So he picks it up. Oh, yay, good. Whew. I was worried for a second. Here, let's open them at the same time.
And like Rita is noticeably more serious in this moment. Kind of. All right. One.
Arnold
two.
is definitely like trying to appear like everything's fine. Oh shit.
Yes, it is.
And so yeah, on the count of 3.
Go.
All right. Arnold, what did you get Rita? And Rita, what did you get Arnold as the presents are unwrapped?
I think Does Arnold wear glasses?
Yes.
Maybe Arnold is one of those people who doesn't like use a case ever and is constantly like putting their glasses like face down and they're putting them
He
like
has
into
at
their
least
medicine
3
bag.
different pairs of glasses that wind up in different places, like one on top of his head, one's on a thing around his neck, and yes, they're all scratched to shit.
This is a little leather pouch, and it's got your initials monogrammed on it, and the material inside is made of that like microcloth fiber that you clean glasses with. So like even if you forget to clean them, they get a little bit of a clean going in and out.
That's so sweet.
I mean, I guess I don't remember getting it.
And I apparently got you a rotary buffer and a thing of turtle wax.
Fuck yeah!
I'll get your back for you, I suppose.
All right, maybe this terrible hallucination isn't so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is kind of nice.
Arnold, you see the glasses, and you feel pressure against your arms. Your hands pressing against a door that is shaking. You see several construct-like hands, claws, kind of stretching out from the small opening in the door. Your glasses, the same ones that Rita got you, are cracked. Shards, part of the shards are actually embedded into your left cheek. It's a little bit hard to see through the blood. You see Rita. If you want to really see Rita, though, I need a firmness. So if you don't have any cards, just draw from the top.
And firmness is flesh.
Mm-hmm.
3 of diamonds.
Ooh. Nice.
Not gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah, the memory is fuzzy.
Between the blood and
Vague.
the tears, it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah. But there is something you do recall, and it's the slowing breathing of Rita. Something that you are accustomed to when they were going to sleep every night, but this one's less rhythmic.
Good night.
Kiki, what are you up to? You've stepped out of the apartment.
Is Kiki able to escape this pit place as they head out the door?
Yeah, of course. You go through the hallway. A door is just down the hallway is partly open. You hear sort of like this upbeat blues.
Happy blues?
Mm-hmm. Blues you can dance to.
Ah. Kiki is heading down this hall, unaffected by this music, while repeating line 5, section 3 over and over to themselves. Throughout this entire corridor, are there any other exits or doors, or is this sort of like this ongoing, never-ending, dreamlike kind of scape?
There's several doors, each one of them partly open.
The first door on the left.
Ooh. All right. We're gonna see what type this is. So just draw a card from the top. I'm just curious what numeric value it is.
That's an ace.
Hmm. All right. We'll keep it spicy then.
That's a sriracha card, so of course you gotta keep it spicy.
Yeah. You walk in. You feel a slight cold. The breeze kind of shifting in, blowing through the curtains. You smell daffodils. You're no longer in an apartment. It's like a cottage, a small cottage outlooking fields of farmland on either side. Tall windmills in the distance. And then
I'm in Holland.
sort of this gasp. You look over and you noticed an object moving under these satin sheets. You see yourself, head poking out of this blanket, 2 pairs of feet kind of entwined with each other, poking out on the other side of the blanket. There's a bottle of wine next to the dresser. 2 rings. You can tell that you made the rings.
There's obviously 2 people in here, right? 2 other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If they don't stir or or look over at the door, I'm just gonna leave them to their privacy.
Yeah.
It smells like sex in there.
Yeah, it does. And as you close the door, almost on cue, this orgiastic sound kind of lingers in the hallway as you close the door.
Kiki whispers to himself, "Attaboy, champ." Close the door. Next door, along the left side.
Yeah. Give me... Actually, everyone, give me a steel play. And remember, if you don't have any cards, you draw from the top and hope. Otherwise, you're taking a trauma in steel.
That
Ooh,
is
nice.
all my trauma for steel.
Alright. Kiki. Cobblestone steps underneath you, the crunch of glass. You're a architect, right, Kiki? Or are you a technosopher?
No.
I forget.
Yeah, technospist.
Yeah, so you feel like the crunch of glass underneath you. This overturned construct pulled carriage, this horse which has most of its innards carved out, replaced with a boiler, steam. It wails on the side of the street. Its legs still kind of moving forward despite it being on its side. The carriage that it was in smashed against another carriage. The top has been crushed in a way. You see this limp arm hanging from it. And on the other side, poking out from under this carriage, is the top half of Makenzie. Makenzie, everything's kind of painful and yet numb, like a distant pain. You see Kiki cut and bruised. Arnold has left already. He did the best he could.
What else do I see? Is that it?
Row homes on either side. People watching. Crying in the distance. Sounds like Ursula.
I panic. Absolutely panic. The bun that I walked into the speed dating thing is a distant memory. My clothes, the prim, proper, tailored clothes, open from untucked from the past several minutes of just chaos and discord, as she's just failed every single check that she's had to do. And she, though before her weeping was silent and contained, now it's open and free flowing down her face, and she just asks anybody that's passing, walking through the streets, panicking, "Where's Rita? Where's Arnold? Where's Kiki? I need them. I need them. Do you know where Arnold is? Do you know where Kiki is?" Just absolutely losing her entire shit because she's just totally traumatized. There's nothing I really can do. I'm just dead. Out. Bought into the tale.
Kiki, do you say anything? Seeing her like this?
Kiki's instinct is just to investigate. Constantly curious. Heading over towards the carriage. Is this like real body? Do they seem to be responsive in any way, or is this sort of just the top half of somebody?
It's Makenzie is underneath this carriage, is heavy, most likely crushed her lower half. It's an unfortunate way, though if someone arrives in time, might be able to preserve the flesh, but right now Makenzie is experiencing a lot of pain. You know this. Pretty much all her pain receptors are on fire. Blood is pooling in around places where it shouldn't. There's circulation. There's even these red veins starting to appear in her eyes. Perspiration, shaking. She's going into shock.
So, actually, here's my question. Is that my actual body, or is this a vision that Kiki is seeing? I'm a little confused.
Yeah, this is a vision that Kiki is seeing, but you can, of course, act as Makenzie in this vision.
Okay. I just wanted to be 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. Kiki, is that you?
Kenzie, how did you end up under? Listen, whatever's happened to you, I'm not sure if I'm able to fix it right now, but I want to know something. Kiki gets down to Mackenzie's side, holds on to her hand just to kind of like keep them there and present. but also seeing if they are having any other effect when they make contact with their hand.
Yeah.
Upon contact with the hand, her eyes glaze over just a little bit. But she looks in your direction. She's like, we went out looking for you. You left our family so abruptly. I'm so sorry. But I'm glad you're here. Where did you go?
When we first went out, do you remember that? The date?
Just sat over that table, pretending we were as inhuman as the constructs.
Something happened then, do you remember? Our hands, they touched. There was a feeling, a sense of familiarity. There was warmth. Do you feel the warmth?
She kind of holds tight to your hand, the one that was gashed with glass. And she goes, I just remember you. When we touched, it was like all of my senses came alive again.
With Kiki's other hand, the one that's not holding on to Makenzie, Kiki takes out their radio scanner, turns it on, and I am trying to either see if I pick up any other frequencies, measure the radio frequencies currently around Kiki, or send a signal out. One of those three. What are my options?
Oh, yeah, we'll say you get something, and I think this is a perfect segue over to Arnold and Rita. And you're going to hear this, Kiki, through this receiver that you have. Arnold, your back is against this door out here in the wilds, far out from Florence. This looks like a parking garage, dust and debris everywhere. You have deep lacerations over your body, these long clawed construct arms trying to push and get their way through. Rita, below you. They're back against the door as well, trying to keep it closed. But Rita doesn't look good either. You know you can't hold out. This thing stands 5 stories tall, bodies sewn together, arms like a millipede, teeth like human blunt teeth. You saw it bite into some of your comrades, their shrill screams filling the night air, until it was just you two, here in the parking garage outside of Florence, miles and miles away from home.
Well, you're either a complete stranger who I met tonight or the most important person in my entire life. And
I'm gonna go with option number 2. Just because I don't think we're gonna make it.
no, I don't think we are.
I don't want to wind up
And-
like that.
She nods and she I think starts disassembling her chest plate.
What?
I'm gonna assume that this is military tech, and obviously they
Mhm.
if Rita was to die, they don't want that falling into other people's hands, so they would have a self-destruct mechanism.
Yeah, I mean the Technophant's armor is the most deadly weapon in the world right now, with a boiler and power core that can be overloaded in some very dire circumstances.
I don't think I can do it myself. Could you? There's just a big glowing core where her heart would be, and it's connected to this boiler that's steaming. As long as you're.
Arnold just looks into her eyes, and there's that moment where the reality has kind of set in, and it's nothing but acceptance from Arnold, at least. And he looks up at Rita and goes, if I gotta go, I gotta go. I'm glad I get to go with you.
It was a good
I love you.
I think she takes your tiny hand in her huge power claw and just hold it. Very
and
delicate.
it's very there's a big difference there. He is a very small man, but then he uses that other hand with his nimble fingers to reach in and flip that switch.
Yeah, you can kind of see 7 humanoid heads kind of push their way through the crack of that door, parts of their tan skin falling away to reveal bone and mechanical organs just kind of clipping away behind the skull and the blank eyes. Their mouths kind of elongate like a snake's. And then...
Who knows? Maybe we'll just wake up.
Yeah. Maybe this is just
we'll
bad
just
day.
wake up. I don't know. As far as dates go, it wasn't so bad. I got to meet you.
She uses her power claw to really delicately wipe a little tear away from Arnold's eye. And she says, I don't know if these memories are real or not, but they're good. They were good memories.
Yeah. I'll see you on the other side.
Love you, Aaron.
So we come to Kiki. You're back in that apartment, 3rd floor. You're in the kitchen. You look down, your hands are wrinkled, older. There's a bottle and glass of wine in front of you. You hear a melodic voice of a woman on the other side of the wall.
Is it anything recognizable or just just some tune?
Yeah. It's something Makenzie used to hum. It's kind of
Used to.
moving about and entering the kitchen where you are. The source of the music is just beyond that wall through that opening up into the living room where you know the Christmas tree is.
Makenzie! Makenzie! My old bones heads over towards the source of the sound.
Yeah. You see Ursula. She's a young woman. She still hasn't cut her hair. It's tied back. She's wearing the leathers of an architect, staring out to that same little house you guys had looked at years ago. There are presents underneath the Christmas tree for Rita, for Arnold, for Kiki, and Makenzie. In the corner of this room, you see 3 constructs, boilerplates attached to their back, skin tanned, everything that made them unique when they were alive, taken apart and taken away. Ursula turns around. There's a scar on her left cheek. She still has the goggles. Gave her a long time ago. Has really no use, but she keeps it still. Her eyes are watery as she looks at you. I wish we could
Ursula.
all... Yeah.
Where are your mothers?
She smiles and takes a few steps towards you. Taking your hand, she approaches the constructs and gives them each a kiss on the cheek. In the sea of memories, decades, centuries lined up. Makenzie, Rita, and Arnold, you are alone, sitting in a dark chamber, glaring through eyes that you can't control. It's no longer your body. It's the Citadel's. But for the briefest moment on this Christmas, with Kiki before you, and when Ursula's lips touch your cheek, you're able to smile. And that's the one shot. Good job, everyone!
Fuck you, Mitch.
What? For people
That was
watching,
amazing. That was so good.
thank you for being a part of it. Oh my god.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah, shake
Rita.
it up.
My baby.
I can't believe you
I'm
human centipede.
traumatized.
I am moderately traumatized, which I think is a good sign.
So let's go around for everyone's final goodbyes until the next stream, which is something to do with a whole, which is going to be horror. So good stuff, right? Thespacejamber. Where can they find you? How'd you enjoy it? What's up?
Hi, I'm Amber, also known as the Thespacejamber on Twitter and everywhere you find games. God damn, Mitch, I edited the game book for Necrobiotic and I completely did not anticipate to be wrecked like this. I call myself the TTRPG Swiss Army Knife because I edit games and stream and do all this stuff, and obviously have really intense responses to Mitch. Oh my god, I'm so fucked up. So thank you so much for accommodating me on such short notice like this, Mitch. Thank you for running an incredible game. I hope to be at the table again with you soon. This was amazing. Thank you so much. And also, please remember to donate to the Trevor Project, because be gay, do crime, support gay rights and trans rights and all of the fun rights. So yes, thank you.
Donate. Or we'll guilt trip you and run it again. All right, James, it's been a while. It's good to see you. What's up?
It has been a while. I am James. You can generally find me. I don't have a whole lot of a Twitter presence, but you can find me every Sunday over on our sibling station, Penny for a Tale, playing Pathfinder with a bunch of amazing folks. I do have to say that I am super excited to be raising money for the Trevor Project. The first podcast that I ever listened to was another Real Play podcast, and they would raise money for the Trevor Project all the time, and I always thought that it was such an awesome cause and such a great thing to do with the voices that we have. And so to be in the seat and helping to raise money for the Trevor Project is really really special. So thanks for letting me jump in at the last minute. I think I had maybe like 12 minutes of notice before we started.
It was a very very fun.
But it is very cool to be able to get to play Necrobiotic, something that kind of came out of the brain pans of people at Penny and Weave the Tale, and to be able to finally get to see what it's all about was so much fun, and thank you so much for letting me play.
Yeah, of course. All right, Shane.
Hey, I'm Shane. I'm at Fatmagicrpg on Twitter. I'm the bottom part of the human centipede. Just want to say thanks, Mitch. Today was wild.
Yeah.
I took like a half day from work and then went into played Chew, like had a silly time for like a couple of hours, then went into this, had my heart broken. It's been like an emotional whiplash. I just thanks to everybody. It was Arnold, Kiki, Makenzie. It was lovely role playing with you today. I had an absolutely lovely time, and for
my
a good
darling
cause. Arnie.
All right. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. Thanks, Mitch.
Yeah, of course. Definitely make sure to check out at Fatmagicrpg. I believe you can still pre-order, right?
Yep, you can still pre-order the book, and it's in digital and hard copy version on BackerKit, or you can just get like a bunch of free stuff on our Twitter as well.
Heck yeah, make sure to do that. So give to the Trevor Project and give to the Fat Magic Project. You'll count yourself as happy and successful today. So, Whatiskiss?
That's me. We'll figure out one day. In the meantime, hey, what's up? I'm Whatiskiss, aka Nathaniel Kiss, aka Chillmonger, aka Down with the Thickness. You can find me on Twitter under Whatiskiss. Check out my 5e horror actual play Alabaster Kingdom on both video on demand and audio casts, where audio casts are found. And call someone and then just see how they're doing. Check up on a good friend. I don't know. I don't control you. I'll see you later.
Call your mother.
Yeah. Yeah, call me. All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for being a part of these two one-shots. It was a lot of fun. I am going to go to my local game store and run some more games and maybe eat a burrito. But for everyone here at Weave the Tale, keep pushing. Let's reach those goals. Trevor Project. Let's just keep the hype train going. All right.
Stay tuned.
Make today an amazing day. Definitely. And with that, we're gonna kiss and see you guys later.